This is just one of our completed projects by Samba Decals team. We supply almost everything in this house, from the furniture to the interior ornaments, curtain and lighting. So sometimes you build and we beautify. You just have to trust us with your space, and we will surely deliver 100% quality. That's what we deal with. Thank you. My name is Habeeb Adedeji. Most people know me as Samba, the CEO of Samba Decals. We are into painting, contractor, and interior decoration. I was born and brought up in Ibadan, Bodija to be precise, not the Bodija estate, the deep Bodija, the ghetto Bodija side. So I grew up in a very deep ghetto side, and I started my education there at Francem Nursery and Primary School, then to Bishop Onabanjo for my junior secondary school. So from there I moved to Oyo State School of Science, Bade, for the senior secondary school education before moving to Lautech for my tertiary education. I gained admission into Lautech 2012, and my first year in Lautech started with strike. So it's more like, fine, the calendar is not that smooth, so we just keep doing it. And me coming from Bodija, as I said earlier, I have some little business I'm into. So whenever there was strike like that, I had to move down to Ibadan to continue my little business. So and I studied computer science and engineering in Lautech. So all this strike period, I always try to go for some computer training courses outside school. But at a point, you understand, all these are Nigeria elders, uncles. Some of them will be like, what's all this thing that you are doing? Is it really paying like that? So 2016, fast forward to 2016, I started keeping dogs. Most things like my main business then is about dog. I sell dog, board dog, conduct mating. So I have a friend named Bodija. His dog was with me that time, so he's also into this my type of business, painting and interior decoration. So there was a time I go through his phone and I was like, I can do stuff like this because I have this artistic talent right from a very young age. So I do some artworks in almost all my schools, like nursery school, secondary school. So that inspired me to go into the painting from school, because there was strike then too. I think the strike is like stretching to like 6 to 7 months then, and I've stopped all this my small business in Ibadan because it's just like my 4th year in school. So the following day or the following week, I had to follow this guy to his next site just to at least gain some idea. So immediately I was at that site, I designed a room that day and he was very happy, and he also inspired me that, Samba, you can do this thing. So I started following him. So I learned the basic thing about painting and decoration from him. Though it's more like self-taught, because when you learn something, you have to work on it, watch videos online, try to push yourself. I can do this, I can do that. There are designs we see online now. Okay, can I create something like this for my customer? So it all started from 2016, but professionally I started this business 2017, because 2016 was more like learning, trying to put yourself together, trying to okay, tell people this is what I can offer. This is quite different from the common painting you guys have been seeing. I've been in this profession since 2017. That's like approximately 4 years. At the beginning, it's more like passion. I just like designing rooms, doing things, doing anything that deals with art. We faced a lot of challenges then, like starting with getting customer. We have the idea, but when there is no customer, you just have to keep thinking about your idea in your head like that. So another thing is trying to make people pay more than what they have been paying for. Like someone that wants to paint a room plain, and you that comes with, okay, I can paint your room plain painting with some touches of design. At least they will have to add the money for the design. So at first, the challenges is trying to convince people to pay more. But now that they all know what we can offer, it's quite very easy now. And another challenges we face then, one, I already mentioned it, seeing customer, a client, it's quite very, very hard, because there was a time whereby you even think this also I go take make am like this. Like having like a customer in a month or 2 months. There was a time whereby we only paid self-cons alone. And all the idea of painting big houses, big sitting rooms, big hotels, you just be thinking, when will I get there? But now we thank God. Yeah, another big challenge that I actually faced when I started this hustle was, I started when I was still an undergraduate. So to balance this work with my academic is quite very, very hard, because Lautech, you just can't predict Lautech. There are times we spent 2 or 3, 4 weeks for a semester, and there are times we spent like 5, 6 months for a semester. So sometimes I always have problem having like 2 or 3 jobs at hand to cover, and I will still have like tests and exam inside school. So it's very, very hard for me. Sometimes I miss classes, I miss some tests, though I don't miss exams, but there are times we miss tests, I miss exam. It's actually reduced my let's say my academic abilities in school a little bit, but I try to work hard just to maintain and cover that part. And thank God we are done today. We can just face our hustle. Another challenge is when I started, there's this common thing. People always look down we doing anything side work, like is a bricklayer, is a painter, people always look at us like it's just a common painter. Why choose this hustle? Sometimes, even though I've never tried to hide from my friend, but I have some other colleagues that try to hide their hustle from their friend, because we are always dirty while working, paint stain and everything, they stress. So another challenge again is that sometimes, I start by this whole work working for students. Sometimes, working for students, someone of your age mate, it's quite very, very hard. We youth of nowadays, some people talk to us anyhow that, okay, why will you have to do this? Why will you have to mess this up? Why will you have to? So, but thank God today, things are not like they used to be before. Another funny challenge I faced when I started this hustle was, it's not actually funny though, but when you just can't let some certain people's opinion or some word bring you down, it later turned out to, it's just funny to you. There was a day one of my uncle, all these extended family uncle that don't even know what you eat or how you are even surviving your life. There was a day one of my uncle was traveling down to Ilorin, and he got my number from my dad that, okay, Habeeb is in Lautech, maybe I should just branch and check on him. Like, it's been years. So that day when he came around, I was at a site painting. So there is not much time to clean up, so I had to rush down to Lautech gate to meet him. Immediately he saw me like this. We have not even exchanged up to like 3 words. His first statement was, ọ̀dà ló ń kùn kiri ni. Ṣé ìwé ẹ̀ tó yẹ kó kọjú mọ́ ni? All these uncle that will be promising I have the work for you at Chevron after your schooling and everything. So he went ahead to go and report me to my dad that instead of this boy to be facing a study in school, he's busy painting up and down. Said the shop will one school by, and you know Lautech is not like a residential school. We all stay outside, so it was like most people outside Lautech, there are lots of people that are not even in school that stay around Lautech. So probably he's not even in school because I was so down that time, but I can't just let his words or opinion bring me down. So I had to keep moving that, okay. But I just promised myself I have to prove this uncle wrong. And thank God, I think to some point, I'm proving him wrong right now. My first job, my first gig was just like a design work, not full painting. There's this girl, she actually rented a room then. She rented a room then around that general, and the room was painted blue already. So she called me that she saw some of my adverts on her friend's post and she wanted me to come and design her room for her. She's not repainting. And one problem is blue on the background, like it's not always easy to design on. You have to try to use some pop colors and white. So then she paid, with the material and workmanship, I think 5,000, and the material in that 5,000 was around 4,000 naira then. So my whole gain, even after spending money on transportation, bikes, and like, it's not even up to 1,000. I just had to do it then for the record and for the passion. You know, our job is like a teamwork. You hire the best hand, people that you can vouch for, that you don't have to keep on checking every part of the house. Though you have to supervise, but at least when they are working, you can vouch for them. Register your company. You don't know who you may be dealing with. Like, there are some companies that don't pay into private accounts. Register your company, make it formal, brand yourself. That's just like social media now. There are a lot of, you can promote your business on social media, upload more on social media, and try to make people see the beauty in your work. That's just, for now, I don't think people look down on painters anymore. Though people still look down on some painters. It depends on how you brand yourself, but people don't look down on me, I can say precisely, because it depends on how I try to sell myself to you. I think the first thing that will make this our work easier, it may sound funny, but it's the bricklayers. Because one thing is, if the surface of the wall or the space is not well and properly built, there's nothing we work on. So we always have issues with most of all these. If all bricklayers are professionals and they know their job, the work will be way easier. But coming back to Nigeria, all these our economic problem, it's also like a big issue to this our business. Another thing that will make this our work very easy is, let's say we have a very good economy here in Nigeria, because there are times you check materials and tools online, like let's say from China, Germany, outside Nigeria. The prices are always very good, but you know, to move them down here, all these shipping fees and the likes, it's a big problem. And the materials and tools we have in Nigeria here too, there are always changes in price. Let's assume you buy something yesterday at one certain price. You can't just call your customer the following day that, okay, what I told you yesterday is 5,000, is now 8,000 naira. So we always have issues with price here in Nigeria. The prices are always changing, and we that always like buying quality things, we don't have choice. And another thing is, we have so many fake products here in Nigeria. Let me use like Emotion as example for painting. There are some brands that sell their Emotion, like till now, as expensive as things are now, like some of them still sell their Emotion around that 6,000 naira, and it's way below quality. But there are times some customer will be like, I saw one emotion at 6,000 at the market. They want us to use it. And another problem is when people get to the site or after you are done with the work, they won't try to blame the owner of the house that he or she went for a below quality product. It will be, the blame will be on the painter or the worker. And at the interior parts, all these ornaments are quite very expensive now due to dollar exchange rate. We get most of them from outside Nigeria, except all these and crafted one in Nigeria. Even the crafted one in Nigeria are even expensive now. Like stores like this now, there are times before it shouldn't be more than like 3,000 naira. But if you are selling this now we sell it around 6,500 naira over times 2 at scope of like 6 months. That's a very big problem for us. The price changes, the dollar and everything. You can't just tell someone to come and buy. There was a tweet online one day that a guy was like, Shigidi is 100k. So we always have problem trying to sell things out, and things that people did not know much about, they always think it's expensive. The positive impact that I think my profession is making in my community is that now I have people that chat me up like undergraduate students that were like, okay, even after the whole thing, this is Nigeria. Job opportunity is very slim. But I have people that want to learn this, my craft. Some people want to even invest in it without even learning, like selling frames and some other interior ornaments. And again, for the youths, I have some schools chatting us up to come and at least do some gravity artwork, just to send some message like, oh, this wash your hand due to this corona and pandemic. So we pass message through art for some, like for the youths. We have been trying to at least work on some wall too, maybe in schools, just to pass some little message, and that will even go a long way, because children, they always master art, pictures and everything more than something you just write for them. What I feel about August Brothers is that they inspired me a lot, because I was opportunity to be their first branch. I was opportunity to be the painter then, and we did some little interiors in their space then. The main reason why I said they inspired me a lot is their growth from then till now is very awesome. And you know, this food business is one of the most sensitive business in the world, because you can get it all wrong with just a plate. And for them to have been keeping it strong, staying on top of their brand since then till now, all this why the team and everything about August Brothers, they have been doing a very good work.